So happy Friday. This is my regular Friday blog. I'm going to keep this one short and sweet this week. So newsletter this week was about our Treasury jobs and why they are secret. What we're talking about, actually, if you look at the full episode, you'll find out a little bit more. And also there's an accompanying blog that goes with it. Just quickly and simply, sometimes we have roles that we don't tell you about. Sorry, because we can't, because there's someone already in the role. They are being replaced. They want some of our clients want to do it sensitively, rightly so. So what they do is they will be recruiting. They will be trying to maybe redeploy them in the business. It may be they're working with them on an exit plan. It may be someone's also retiring. I've had that in the past where people were retiring. They didn't want to tell people. They wanted to introduce their bright, shiny new treasurer to the markets when they could actually, in a controlled fashion, if you like. Also, one of the things, planned replacement. Talked about this. You might have a treasurer who's decided to move on and they're working in their gardening leave. And so you also want to bring in a different kind of treasurer. So they might be more technical. Maybe they've got more systems. Everyone's talking about AI automation. Then maybe they're more technically strong rather than the previous treasurer. So that could be it. Sometimes people just want to give it to us. They just want us. That's all we do. We do treasurers. So we know people. We go out to our market. They don't want to share, spray and pray, because also they don't want, as I said, the hassle factor. If they put it on LinkedIn, if they put it on their website, if they put it out there, boom, everyone rings and they're like, no, we're doing this ourselves. And that they give it to us. And they said, actually, can you not publicize it? No problem at all. We would prefer to publicize all of them. Yeah, and that's really it. So from me, other than that, our salary survey, I'm sending out the January results. They're coming out next week. We're just approaching the end of Jan in time for everyone's pay reviews. I can tell you now, we've just gone over 1,300. When I actually started years ago, we did about 200-300, and then it's went over the 500. Then it became 1,000. Now we're at 1,300. If you want to take part in it, still go there, treasurysalary.com. And I had an amazing interview with Declan Dawley, amazing treasurer from DCC. Very interesting, actually. A lot of companies, when I talk to them, they're very centralized. Everything comes in, and when they go and buy another company, everything in the middle, that's where they get the cost savings. Different with DCC. As Declan talks about on the podcast, and really blew my mind, really, he said, actually, we don't. We leave the local management in place. They know what they're doing. They can run their business, as well as they can. And, they don't want to interfere in that. What they do instead is they say, right, all the financing, that gets centralized. They look after the finances and they bring it in-house because they're the experts in doing that. So then they give them access to funds they might not have before and help them grow. And they've done very successfully, as you can see, and look at their share price and everything else. So he was on this week's podcast. You'll see a link below, somewhere down there. And that's it from me. I've got more exciting news about the podcast and some other stuff in the next couple of weeks. So see you next week. Cheers.